Hi, and welcome to Community Meeting Summary number 3. My name is Jeff Simmons again with Buckeye Union High School District. We wanted to share with you this presentation that we did on March 13th of 2024 with the community, our final meeting to discuss the bond projects. We spent a lot of time with the group kind of summarizing the 3 options that we talked about in the last video. 10 years of student laptops and buses was option number 1, $36 million and staying under the 85-cent bond tax rate that our board has kind of promised the community since the early 2000s. Bond option number 2 was a 5-year student laptops, buses, and existing school projects, about $80 million. That also stays under the 85-cent tax rate. And then option number 3 was the 10-year program with everything including school number 4, which was about $173 million. And the bond tax rate was updated because we got some additional assessed value information from our financial advisor, and that was going to be 97 cents instead of the $1.05 that we were originally told at the end of February. So we got some updated figures. But the break-even bond amount, not to exceed the 85-cent tax rate, is around 155 million is what has been calculated, so that we know what our number is also if we want to try to revise down from that 173. And just kind of giving the group a little bit of an understanding of how the property tax statements work. So this is actually a property owner inside the Buckeye Union High School District agreed to share this information with me, protecting their private information. But it kind of shows you the breakdown of what the limited value of the property is at 164,000, up from 156, as you can see in 2022. So this is the most recent statement for 23. The 24 statements aren't out yet, or I'd use that as an example. But it kind of shows you the full cash values at 316,000, but your taxes are based on the limited value. And so it kind of works a little bit like this. And you can see on the second page, it summarizes all the tax information here and what the 23 amounts break down here. You can see that you have multiple taxing agencies within each of the residential homes. In this case, it's Liberty Elementary, Buckeye Union, Maricopa County Community College District, West Meck, and then there's a state aid offset that the state pays for, and that's the total amount going to education is $1109.58. And so this is how the tax rates break down for each of that. So it's $8.40, the district's part of it at $3.299, and then it kind of breaks down the other taxing education agencies that are part of the tax rate for this particular home and the homes that are in the Goodyear area. So, and I think this is the part that people get a little bit confused about, is that if you go on Zillow, I was trying to find some place to go and look and see what the going rate was for the houses in that area. It was a range of 407 to 492 for these homes. The full cash value, as you saw in that property tax statement, was 316, but the limited property tax value is 164. So I think some folks think that, hey, if the district passes a bond, or if a school district passes an override, I'm going to get taxed on what my home value is worth. It's not. It's on the limited property value. That's a calculation that the Maricopa County Assessor's Office does. And then you take 10% of that limited value, and it's assessed per $100. So $164 times the education tax rates is that $1381.54. The state does an equalization adjustment because they cover a portion of that, and that's the $1109.58 that you saw on the previous statement here. So that's a quick look at how the tax rate works. Our community group wanted to see that, and which made sense, and we wanted to share that with them. So the next steps is the school sat down in their groups and with their community members and their students, and ranked the projects. And the group consensus was question 1, we said, hey, rank the bond projects, and question 2, scale back projects to meet the 155 million. As much as everybody wanted to be aggressive in the community group and say, let's go for the 175 million because that's what we need. There was also a discussion about consideration and some of that led by the district of the tax rate, because we know what that's going to mean to folks if we try to increase tax rates. And so we're trying to maintain and stabilize the tax rates moving forward. And so that's kind of the pieces that we walked through, and came back to the decision to go for the 155 million, which was tax rate neutral, and be able to come back with a project list to the governing board in June of 2024 to allow them to call for the election and do the project listing. So we'll keep updating the website to provide more information on how the final project list worked out. It's very close to what you saw in the Group 2 meeting number 2 presentation, and then we'll add information out there as we move toward the election that's factual on the district's behalf. Thanks for watching.